What a week, huh? It's the in the US, it's the Labor Day long weekend. That means we get 4 days off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Well, at least the kids get 4 days off, but we adults, we still got stuff to do. Still gotta work. Now I'm gonna. So I thought let's go ahead and do this. It's gonna be a people call it weekly rotation, but I'm gonna call it what I wore this week just because I can. All right. So it's going to be other than the stuff that I did for testing or for reviews. These are fragrances that I actually picked up, sprayed on me just because I want to, because I like it. Okay. So the first one is going to be from the House of CK. This Eternity. Now, I'm really thankful to perfumer Carlos Benign and the CK for making this fragrance. For someone like me that enjoys variety, okay, I enjoy both the classics and the modern scents. Now, this CK Eternity straddles perfectly in between these two eras and genre, right? This lavender and bergamot draws me into the classic for sure. Even though it came out in the 90s, maybe reformulated, but it still has the essence of what I remember 30 years ago as a little puppy, all right? At the same time, it does not go all the way to the old school. It does not punch me in the nose or my gut with that overpowering 70s or 80s vibe. But I still love this scent 30 years later. It's very versatile for all seasons. And I use it mostly in the spring and autumn, okay? But it also works in the hot summer days. This CK Eternity, it really lives up to the name, Eternity, all right? So it's gonna lean, I would say masculine, but unisex is fine. I never smelled this on a lady, so let's just say it's more of a masculine scent. But when I was compared to the 70s and 80s, everything else right now are just unisex. But with that said, I still love this one. Second one's gonna be, I don't know if you heard about this one. This is silver. Oh, look at that fingerprint. Azaro Silver Black. I heard it's very similar to Onyx. Okay, I have a backup bigger bottle, but this is the first one I picked up. Love it. So bought a backup of a regular 100 ml. This one is a 30 ml. Now this also straddles between the classics and the modern. All right, it came out in 2005, but this one gives me the apple, I think lime, patchouli, and juniper. When you hear juniper, you know it's gonna have a little bit of a twist. Anytime I see juniper or smell juniper, it just twists the fragrance just a bit. And this is a bit of the anise from the original Azaro Pour Homme, if you're familiar with that one. Now, this one is the same as Eternity, where you can get the vibe of both worlds, the classic and the modern, depending on the direction that you want to focus on. And I do play that game of focusing on the different vibe at different times. Sometimes I want the modern, so I just focus in on that. I'll think about it that way, and it came out perfectly. But when I enjoy the classics, I just spray it away and just get a kick out of be able to feel that classic vibe. Now, this makes it very interesting for someone like me, that likes a lot of stuff. I like it to be different, okay? I don't want to smell the same old. That's why I rarely spray the same fragrance, 2 days in a row. But anyway, this to me is, I would consider a complex type of scent. It is manly for sure, but it still be fruity and still green. So this will work in well in the summer and the springtime. Summer's okay. I was gonna say spring and autumn is perfectly better. Okay, though it's not as versatile as Eternity. This is for sure a manly scent. All right. I also wore this one. I don't know if anybody mentioned this, but this is, I reviewed it before. This is White Water Rush. Now this House of Bath and Body Works does come out with some of the very nice fragrances. Okay, I have quite a few of them. This warm weather scent, even though I don't know, if I reach for it as often as I should, but it kind of resembles closely to Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce and Mont Blanc Legend. So if you smell this before, you know what this one smells like. There's a tiny bit of variation to it, but I do crave it once in a while, even though I don't reach for it much. There's a watery feel to it. This is sweet and fruity, a little bit citrusy. But I do get a rush for sure of that white water feel. This one is perfectly named. Okay? I totally feel that whitewater rush when when you do whitewater rafting. But maybe I'm just swayed by the name. But yeah, I do get that. It is versatile and it works well for any type of warm season, warm weather situation, and is definitely a very mass appealing type of scent profile. And again, this is leaning more masculine. Now I'm going fast because I'm just going through. I don't want to do super long videos. I don't know how many people actually enjoy long videos. Maybe they do, maybe sometimes. Here we go. The next one is gonna be from this house. Let's see. Roger and Galette. This is, can you see it? This is open. Now there are variation. There's like open gold. There's I think this black version, which I have not reviewed yet. But I have like 2 or 3 bottles. Okay. Now I've been enjoying this easygoing tobacco, thyme, lavender, classic type of vibe. Different than the other 3 that I just talked about. This one is absolute classic. Okay, and I love it. I love it. I'm happy that I'll be able to buy this type of cheapie that costs next to nothing. You could pick this up for around $15 or at least $20 and under for sure. And I do feel bad for the classics that's not getting the love that it deserve. But the good thing about it is the silver lining is that I get to pick this up for cheap. And this was a great blind buy, my first blind buy from the house. And I'm glad because of that price, I'll be able to dive into it. And I'm not gonna lose much if it doesn't work out. But I was so happy to be able to get this tobacco type of scent. Like I said, it's not as easy as the modern scents, but when you get into this type of things, you always have to put your mind correct. You go into classics, and if you like tobacco, perfect. You have to try this at least, for that price of $20 and under. And I was superbly surprised. Right, for tobacco scent lover, this is no brainer. All right, there you go. Next one's gonna be. There you go. This is Mancera So Blue. Now, the opposite of the other ones. This is totally a modern, synthetic, new aged, watery, fruity, musky, and there's some rose to smooth it out just a bit, and a tiny bit of wood, OUD. Now, this is a summer banger. It works well for the summer, but also spring and fall. Okay, now it does pack a punch. Okay, I'm not talking about the 70s or 80s punch, but this one projects and definitely live up to the Mancera tradition of great longevity for sure. This is for those that enjoy the mass appealing summer type of fragrance that smell different than the typical designers. Now, this is one of the easier Mancera to wear and is also very versatile. It doesn't have that strong OUD, that super strong. It does have a tiny bit. You could pick that out for sure. So it's sticking to the tradition of this house that use a lot of wood, OUD in most of their fragrances. And, you really enjoy this one in the right mindset, and you work out very well. It will work in the high heats. I say that because sometime when I wore it, I was okay, lukewarm. But sometime when I know what I'm getting into, I'm just gonna enjoy something easy, versatile for the summer, and it really works out. So that's what I'm talking about, the mindset. Okay, this one works well in the heat because it's not too sweet. All right, and I could definitely feel that watery vibe to it when it says So Blue. Yeah, it does have that. It does give it the blue vibe, the bottle itself, but also the scent itself. Okay, and it definitely brings me some relief for the heat. All right, and the last but not least, this one. This is 1 Million Parfum. Now, I personally really enjoy this vacationing type of fragrance. That creamy coconut and salty ambergris brings a smile to my face. It does lean unisex though, that's the thing I have to say right away. Maybe a click over to the feminine side, but I still wear this to go around because it's just so enjoyable and such a relaxing and happy type of scent for me. I keep mentioning that vacationing type of vibe. That is very important to me. A lot of times we're just working every day, and a lot of times I need the something, either music, right? Either reading some books, some magazine, or just watching on YouTube, vacationing type of thing. And that's what this brings me, the smell of vacationing, because a suntan lotiony, creamy type of thing. Now some guy might be averse to that. They might think, I don't want to smell like coconut or suntan lotion. But I personally enjoy good coconut suntan lotion type of vibe, because it brings me to vacationing time. And that's a good thing though. So I'll often wear this. I wear it out. Okay, I don't care because I enjoy it. It does not lean too feminine, but I wear it a lot on my shirt when I walk in around home, and also on my pillow before I go to sleep. And be able to, it can relieve stress for me a bit. Spell in the pillowcase. Have a nice dream. Hopefully, I can dream about vacationing. Right. So that's what I use it for. Now, in the first few wearings, I was a bit unsure about it, just because of the name 1 million parfum. Because like many people, I think I was expecting even more obnoxious version of the original 1 million. I was expecting to see what that would be like, but this took a big coconutty type of turn. All right, it still has the 1 million DNA. However, it's very tiny. However small it is, okay, I grew to love this one, and now it's a LOVE. Now that's the last of the fragrance I wore this week, just because I can. All right, I hope that is helpful though. If you have this, you haven't thought about it for a while, go get them out and try on this summer type of weather. It's about 100 plus outside, nice and cool with the AC inside. I'm just relaxing this weekend and so glad. So maybe I'll do this more of this weekly, what should I call it? Weekly fragrances I wore just because I can. All right, whatever it is, I hope that is helpful. See you next time.